men smashing cake in women's faces. We're used to men wrestling women down to the ground. We're used to men saying things in their vows like, keep my belly full and my you-know-what empty. We're used to men saying that they promise to smack that for the rest of their lives. But now, sticking your nasty, unwashed finger into the cake you're going to share with your wedding guests, and then getting mad that your wife called you out on it, and throwing the cake, sliding it across the table. And he couldn't even pretend to keep his composure long enough not to show his anger in front of all those people. You could never convince me this is the first time this woman realized how quickly this man gets angry. You can't convince me this is the first time he's ever thrown anything out of anger. If marriage is your only and ultimate goal, you'll ignore every single red flag on your way to the altar. Marriage alone can't be the goal. It has to be being married to a good man, a patient man, a gentleman, a man who can keep his composure, a man who doesn't throw an adult-sized tantrum for being called out by his new bride when he does something wrong. My mom told me once, but you compromise to get, you must compromise to keep. Ignoring these tantrums and walking away is probably how she got to the altar. Why yo, are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here?
Yeah. These types of conversations are only ever really gonna matter if you're a man or a woman that genuinely wants to get married at a point in time. I see a lot of people in our conversations saying, well, me and my boyfriend have been together for 25 years. We have no plans on getting married and we're fine the way we are. Okay. If that floats your boat, that's fine. Now, if you and your boyfriend had the conversation, y'all say, we both want to get married, y'all are on the same page, and you've been in a relationship for 5, 6, 7 years. Again, if you don't want to get married at all, this conversation does not apply to you. Now, if you're the type of woman that's going to sit there and hint towards wanting to get married, or you're going to tell him what your ring size is, or show him some different rings, random, God bless. Good luck to you. Now, before y'all eat me up, bro, there are some exceptions. Some women are in relationships for 15 years, and they finally get married, and, it works out for them. But, hey, I'd rather y'all not take them types of chances with y'all time, that's all. Yes, I know I'm not married yet. I'm just letting people know that they don't have to waste years of their time for something that would never happen. That's all. That's all.
This yes, ma'am.
Is the ring
yes, ma'am.
that he told you he was buying for his mama?
Yes, ma'am.
You see this and you jump at the chance to put your credit on the line so he can obtain it because he says he's buying what is clearly an engagement ring for his mama. Did you think he was buying it for you?
No.
So what happened, sweetheart? This is one ring, and what's the other one?
It was 2 rings that he was looking at, but
he chose one.
Yeah, we ended up going with that one.
So he chooses this one, and you think he's giving this to his mother. Nothing at all was lighting up in your head that this wasn't for his mother. Nothing. Nothing. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Nothing was lighting up in your head that this was not. All right, so what happens?
So let's fast forward.
How far forward are we fasting?
All the way to the same week. So I asked him can he drop me off to work? Because he was off that weekend because he had to go take care of the car, getting his car back that was repossessed. And then kind of found out he had an attitude about dropping me off in the morning time. So I said, all right, forget it, I'll walk. So then he had a correction officer exam that same day, too.
By the way, he's driving your car?
Yes, he's
But he can't drop you off in your car.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. Go on.
So he was texting me, telling me he was going to get my keys. He was going to bring it to my house or leave in a mailbox. But then I called him and said, I'll come and get it myself. So my brother dropped me off to his house. I drove off. I went home. I see a number that's in my call log, inside my car. He called the girl inside my car.
There's a girl?
The fiance.
There's a fiance? No!
Yeah. He calls her and
from your phone
inside my car, because it's a hands-free.
So there's a record of it.
Right, correct. So I was just curious. I'm like, I don't know this number because I know all my numbers out of my contact. I called her and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Do you know Raymond? She said, oh, yes, I'm his fiance. And then that would trigger that ring that was bought. He proposed to, that's the babysitter for his son.
The babysitter for his son. So did you say anything to her?
I told her everything, what was going on.
And what did she say?
She was mad and upset. And I'm zooming, going back to his house to see what's going on, arguing. I'm mad, I'm blacking out. And while I have her on speakerphone, he's calling her at the same time while I'm by him. in the streets.
Well, you're yelling at him.
Yes.
And what are you saying to him?
I was just saying, how can you do this? I was,
And
you know,
did you ask her? Well, how did you know whether that was the ring that you bought?
I asked her to send a picture.
And she did.
And she sent the picture.
Yeah, and let me see the picture.
Sure.
Are you ready? Because I'm coming. Oh my gosh. It's the same ring. Raymond, what happened?
Women who accepted a shut-up ring proposal. How is the marriage faring? When Roger proposed to me in our tiny apartment, it wasn't romantic. He didn't get down on one knee or give some heartfelt speech. Instead, he tossed a ring box at me while I was doing dishes and said, "Here, maybe this will shut you up about commitment." I should have thrown that box right back at him. But after dating for 4 years, watching all my friends get married, and dealing with my mom's weekly biological clock lectures, I was desperate. The ring wasn't even new. It was his grandmother's, and not in the sweet, meaningful way. He just didn't want to spend money on a new one. A week after the proposal, I discovered why he suddenly decided to propose. His company was rolling out a new family-friendly benefits package. Married employees would get better health insurance, housing allowances, and even priority for promotions. The deadline to register was in 2 months. I knew it wasn't perfect, but I convinced myself it was just pre-wedding jitters. Roger wasn't great at showing emotion, but he did provide stability. He had a good job, never cheated, and his mom liked me. That's more than some of my friends could say about their marriages. The wedding was small, courthouse ceremony followed by dinner at Olive Garden. Roger complained about the $500 bill for 20 people. That should have been red flag number 57. 2 weeks after we got married, the benefits kicked in. Roger got a raise in a corner office. I got a husband who started staying late at work every night, claiming he had to earn these new perks. That's when I discovered my own loophole in his perfect plan. See, Roger's company had this other policy he didn't read carefully. Spouses of employees were entitled to educational benefits, including full tuition reimbursement at any accredited university. The policy had no maximum cap and no minimum grade requirements, just enrollment and completion. I'd always wanted to go to law school but couldn't afford it. Roger laughed when I mentioned it while dating, saying lawyers were just professional liars. The day after I found the policy, I applied to 3 law schools. I got accepted to all of them. When I told Roger, he turned pale. "You can't do that," he sputtered. "The company will make me pay for it." I smiled sweetly. "Actually, they can't. It's in the benefits package you were so excited about." Page 47, paragraph 3. He tried everything to stop me. First, he threatened divorce. I reminded him that divorce before 1 year would trigger an audit of his benefits. Then he tried claiming we couldn't afford my textbooks. I pointed out that those were covered too. Finally, he went to his HR department trying to find a way out. They were thrilled. Apparently, I was the first spouse to take advantage of the education benefit in 5 years. They even featured us in the company newsletter, Supporting Employees' Families, a success story. Roger had to sit through a photo shoot, grinning painfully while I talked about how his company's generous benefits were helping me achieve my dreams. Law school wasn't easy, but spite is one hell of a motivator. I graduated near the top of my class. Roger's company paid $180,000 for my degree. The day after graduation, I filed for divorce. The timing was perfect. Just over 3 years married, well past any benefit audit periods. During divorce proceedings, Roger's lawyer looked like he was having a stroke when I brought up the legal precedent supporting my case. I got the house. Last I heard, Roger's company changed their benefits policy. Spouses now have a $10,000 lifetime cap on educational reimbursement. But I'm not worried about that. I just made partner at my firm, specializing in employment law. And yesterday, Roger's new wife reached out to me on Facebook. She wanted advice about going to medical school. I sent her a copy of the updated benefits policy, highlighted the loopholes, and wished her luck.
Has anybody seen this video where the guy proposed to his girlfriend of 10 years in the passenger seat of the car? Let's take a look.
Let me show y'all something, world. I just literally proposed. I ain't gonna record you because that's up. Like, I just proposed to my girl.
10 years.
We've been together for 10 years. And I just proposed to her, and she just sitting here and just looking at the ring. You just sitting here looking at
it. In the car, you ain't put no thought into it. You ain't taking me out to dinner or nothing. No type of little setup.
Before I show any more of the video, his energy alone tells you that this wasn't even a genuine proposal. This was a shut-up ring. This was a shut-up ring so that you would stop bugging him about wanting to get married. Let's keep watching.
Flowers, nothing, just this ring. But then after 10 years.
Crystal, you said you wanted to be married.
I don't want
I went out and bought this
like
ring.
5 years ago. I don't want that shit. Now I take you
Exactly.
another 5 years to propose to me. No, I don't want
What you mean? So 10 years? Look, 10 years for me, that tells me if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
it. don't take you 10 years.
If people true colors,
It don't take you 10
people true
years.
colors gonna be coming. Like, I gotta see your true colors. It do take people 10 years. Everybody not the same.
It does not take somebody 10 years to know if you are their person. Unless you were high school sweethearts, maybe. You're really young. When you meet, you need a lot of time to know. If you are over the age of 26, 27, 28, you do not need 10 years to know if somebody's your person. Trust me when I say men know easily within 1 to 2 years if they want to wife you up. Anybody else is lying to you and you were a placeholder. Let's keep watching.
So you really don't want to marry me? So you finna break up with me because I got you a ring 10 years later?
Yes.
What type of thought is this? We
Exactly.
in the car.
What you mean we in the car? Like, it don't matter where you get proposed to,
Yes,
as long
it
as you
does.
get proposed to.
To an extent.
Can you stop recording me?
I'm not gonna stop recording because you're unappreciative, and I want to show the world how unappreciative my girl is. Like, I don't understand right now. Like, you got a whole, like, you know how much I spent on this ring, and you complain about where I proposed to you at? That's what you complain about?
In the car. It's no type of thought into it. And
Exactly.
it's been 10 years. I don't want that shit now. It took you 10 years?
Okay, everybody not the same. Maybe it take me 10 years to realize if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I don't want it.
That's crazy. Like, I don't get you.
The gaslighting, the disrespect, the energy that you were bringing to this quote unquote proposal is embarrassing. First of all, we can tell by the energy of this video that this was, you felt like you needed to do this to prove something. You don't love her. You just did this to say that you proposed. Okay, here it is. I did it. Here's your ring. Are you happy now? That's what kind of proposal this was. Because if you were truly genuine in doing a proposal, and again, proposals do not have to be fancy. There are intimate proposals where they're in your apartment. There are public proposals if you prefer that. It is about the thought, the person, the most special day of your life. And you weren't yelling at her, cussing at her, and this is how you think a proposal is supposed to happen? Are you out of your fucking mind? She deserves so much better than you because your energy is disgusting. The way you're talking to her shows that you have absolutely no respect for her. And sis, I wish you would have walked away because you said you'd been waiting for a ring 5 years ago, and here you are 5 years later. So I really hope that you do yourself a favor and that you were able to get away safely because you absolutely deserve better than that. That was embarrassing. She also told you several times to stop recording her, and you didn't listen. And then the entire time you spent the video gaslighting her into her own proposal when you weren't hearing her and listening to her. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. What do you think?
Promise ring. This is definitely not how a proposal goes the last time I checked. A promise that we will stay together and get to the place where we can get married, even this year. I'm bringing you for a promise ring. I hear you. But I'm telling you, this is what I'm ready for. This is not good enough. It's not what I asked for. It's not what I wanted. You're not willing to make things work. I want this thing. Can take it off.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. I knew what she was expecting from me, but I knew I had to first do what I expect from myself and for myself. I honestly feel like she was more angry at the fact that I wasn't giving her what she wanted.
Exactly.
So what now? Who told you that a promise ring was even an option?
Exactly.
It's the only option we need to go with for now.
Sir,
It turns out you don't. You're not serious about me. This is the answer I've been looking for. But we also can't pretend and we have issues, guys. So does everyone else. I hear what you're saying. I already compromised on so much.
You hear that?
Now I must compromise on the entire proposal.
Exactly.
What was this?
The good old promise ring, shut up ring strikes again. And yes, I'm going to keep talking about this so you guys understand to never settle for this crap. I haven't watched this season of The Ultimatum. I stopped watching after season 1 because while I love good trash TV, I just hate seeing people feel the need that they have to put this on the table to get what they want out of a relationship. I'm going to say this very loud and clear for those who may need to hear this. You will never have to give an ultimatum to the right partner if you want to be married. Again, I'm talking only to people who want to be married. If you don't want to be married, I'm not talking to you. But you will never have to give an ultimatum to someone who wants to marry you. They will willingly do it. And the fact that this man gave a promise ring, that wasn't even an option on the ultimatum. It's either you give a proposal for a real ring or you walk away. But you gave a promise ring thinking she would be happy, and sir... And I just made a video on this a few days ago saying the promise ring is the same thing as a shut up ring. Unless you are a teenager or a very young couple, promise rings make absolutely no sense. Promise rings are for young people who are too young to get married that says, I want to be with you, but we just got to figure some stuff out, live life a little bit more. So this is my promise to you, showing that I do eventually want to marry you. If you were a grown adult and you were giving a promise ring, just do not propose. You're just wasting the other person's time. I am so glad of this queen who knew her worth and she picked her crown up and she walked away because she's like, I know I deserve better. And I am so proud that she did not accept this crap because honestly at this point, sir, what are you doing? What are you doing? That wasn't even what she wanted. And the fact that you thought she would be okay with a promise ring to promise to do what? How much longer was this promise ring supposed to buy you? And yes, we know people have issues in their relationships, but when you're truly with the right partner, you will willingly work through those issues and you're not going to let something like that, something like issues stop you from proposing to the person that you really want to be with. You don't really want to be with her and you're not ready for marriage because if you really were, there are men who willingly will put a ring on a woman's finger because he knows that she is the wife that he wants to be with and there are no ifs, ands, or buts. And I will continue bringing this stuff to light so that you guys can understand that I refuse to let you settle in a partnership. Whether you want marriage, whether you don't want marriage, even if you just want a long-term partnership, please do not settle for the things that you don't want. There are people that will willingly want to be a partner with you and will make that so clear that you will not have to question, you will not have to guess, you will not have to issue an ultimatum, you will not have to beg them for marriage. There are people out there who know that you are their person and you will never have to go on a show like The Ultimatum. And listen, again, I love trash reality TV, but if you are looking for a true good partnership, you will never have to put an ultimatum on the table. Just making that clear for the people who need to hear that. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I will continue to tell you to keep those standards high and to leave the trash at the door. Leave the trash men at the door so that they can figure out that they need to get their shit together and raise the bar because the bar is in hell, you guys. And I am not going to let you sit it in hell. We need to get the bar out of hell.